Welcome back to Sampstra Games, the place to find new strategy games, and today we're gonna play Terra Invicta. Played this a while ago as a demo, but now it's in early access, so I gotta check it out again because this game is just that good. It's a 4X strategy game and it's just really epic, and it's essentially the idea is that aliens have come to Earth and you are playing as a faction that's trying to influence the world in how they react to the aliens, and eventually be able to build like space stations and, you know, like interact with the aliens somehow and etc. But in the beginning it's mostly like you're trying to get an influence over different countries so that they'll do what you want to do. So in the test game they played with the resistance, and you can also customize a faction actually. Oh, so I can change the faction leader title and faction fleet name. Ooh, that's pretty cool. So we're not gonna be playing with the resistance because that was what we played. Ooh, we're gonna play as the servants. Yes. Okay, this is actually easier. Ooh, but do we want to play as easy? Protectorate sounds pretty good as well. Convince the aliens that we're equal. That's hard. I mean, we can barely do. Ooh, Project Exodus also sounds pretty fun. I'm gonna play the servant. I know it's easier. It might be like, well, you know, easier, blah, 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 but I've gotta play as servant. And we'll have 8 factions. Sure, let's go. I was so excited about the servant. It's gonna be so good.
On an unfamiliar universe, some of us saw wondrous possibility, and others existential danger. The astronomers had insisted that the bright streak in the sky was no natural phenomenon. Most of us didn't really believe them until it burned through our atmosphere and crashed in a remote region, leaving only wreckage and uncertainty. In our ignorance, we fractured, taking refuge in our most primal emotions. Each of us saw what we wanted to see. Rapture, fear, revelation, lies, and at the nexus, salvation. We entreat our earthly forms to its cleansing flame, praying that we will be found worthy. For only by accepting we are servants may we ascend, and only by excising the doubt within and around us may we be brought into its holy embrace.
Look, we're apparently so focused on serving the aliens that our editor didn't do their job very well. It was just as bad on my screen as it was in the recording. I don't know why. The woman was so excited to serve that she spoke way too fast, and the editor was so excited to first that he had to stop to pray every time he tried to edit, so he was a little slow, so it ended up as a bit of a mess. But the point is, we love the aliens, okay? Remember that. Hopefully the rest of this recording will work out. That was weird. I don't know what happened. They gotta fix it. But, you know, it's fine. It's okay. Don't worry. It's just a beginning of early access. UFO crashes on Earth. An alien vessel has crashed down in the Lhasa region in China, while the wreckage is unrecoverable. We suspect an alien lifeform escaped into the surrounding countryside. Take me there. Show me the aliens.
Superior. The Council has appointed you as our acting representative and military commander. I am Judith Howell, your attendant and guide. I expect that what has happened has left you feeling uneasy, perhaps afraid. This is only natural. All has changed. Our old lives are gone, but there is a new world to come. Everyone shall have a part to play, and yours will be one of the greatest of all. I am sure you have been told many things about me, and I expect that most are bad. You no doubt have many questions, but I am afraid I cannot explain myself fully. Not yet. Just know that there is a greater purpose behind the instructions I give you. I promise that I will tell you everything in time. Until then, I ask for your trust.
Okay, I love the person who voiced over this because she exactly sounds like she is from a cult, and it's just perfect. Let's go. This is such a good choice to pick the servants. Also, we get a consultants, what are they called? From Czech Republic? Yes, please. And from China, which is fantastic because bad stuff is also happening in China. So she's gonna be like I don't know. I don't think they get a bonus from doing stuff at their home country. I don't think it matters at all. But if it did, it would have been great. From the highest to the lowest, the arrival caught everyone by surprise. I was no exception. It was only after some time that I came to understand what I should have seen immediately. This was no accident. Counselors, they're called. Have a counselor conduct the investigate alien and victim mission at the car site. Yes, girl. First of all, can I rename you? I absolutely can. In my counselor window, which is right here. I would like to rename you. Customize. Okay. We can keep your looks. This is gonna be Zemkat Che. Let's go. And you're gonna need to go. Oh, you can't investigate alien activity. Oh, I was so excited because it was in China and you're from China, but I guess not. Okay, this guy is going to be Vas Vensa, after one of my patrons. So Vas here is from Czech Republic and he can investigate alien activity in China. So he's gonna do it. We also gotta think about where. So at the beginning, what you're supposed to do is you gotta figure out which countries you want to control. So you want to pick countries where you have a high chance of success in taking control in that country. And what that means is it's going to give you a command point, which is a point over here. At the beginning, you ideally want to find countries that only have one command point or that they have two. And the reason for that is if you take control of this second control point, it has a lot more power, allows you to do a lot more things. So this is great for you. But you can only take a control of the second control point if you already have one in there. So if you have control of one spot here, no other faction can steal this powerful control point from you because they don't have that one regular control point in control as you do. So that's why it can be really useful to go into countries with these two things. You also want to be looking at the country's GDP, funding, specifically GDP and monthly research, and then also monthly boost and mission control is not that relevant right now. And this is important because this will affect how much you get of these things, so especially the funding and the monthly research point. Up here, we can see our funding, our influence. Influence represents political capital. It can be used to sway institutions and people to pursue your own goals. So for example, and it can also be used to increase your chance of success with some missions. Here we've got operations. This is also to increase some espionage, or for example, if you try to incite a revolt, I believe that also helps you with operation. Revolts are good if you want to set aggressive control points. Let's say that you're in Germany, we've got 1 point and somebody, the resistance has 2, and we're like, hey, we don't want to do that. So we can try to do like revolts to reset this thing completely, or you can try to specifically, I think it's called a coup, not a revolt, sorry. And then you can do a specifically, like you can mess up Germany by just like destroying one of their control points just by themselves. And then we've got boost, which is for low orbit. These things are for low orbit. And then we've got monthly research. We'll talk about research later. And this is how many control points we have. So let's just start sending our counselors somewhere. So the way you send the counselors is that you sort of play the time, and then there's going to begin like a assignment mission, which is this right now, and this will allow you to do things. So Russia has an open control with a good boost income. Let's target it to space, support our space program. Okay, so you want me to do Russia instead of Czech Republic. Okay, I guess I'll do Russia. Ooh, but Russia has so many points. Is there any part of Russia that's like a little less exciting? No, it's just all the same. Okay, I know, well, okay, well, all right, I'll do what you want, because I'm a servant and I like to please. This is just such an upsetting thing. I was so excited about Czech Republic, and Mass is like, no, go into Russia. We're like, nah, okay, we'll go into Russia. But first,
acknowledged.
Okay, no. Okay, so you do Russia. So let me check my chances here. So we want to control. My chances of Russia are 6%. Okay, Czech Republic is 49, but Slovakia would be 78. So they have 5.6 and 23, which is not that much worse than Czech Republic, and our chances of getting this are so much better. So we're gonna go into Slovakia because they like us. So off you go, honey. Let's go.
Establishing our presence.
Okay, now Vas here needs to go to China. Alright, here we are in China. We need to go here to investigate the aliens. So we're gonna go down here and investigate alien activity. Let's go.
On the way to the target site.
And this actually cost us some operation points. So we want to actually, before we confirm assignment, I'm going to recruit one more person. Now, this is going to cost me... Oh, I need to have 60 and I only have 50. Okay. That's unfortunate. Okay, so we're just going to confirm our assignments then. Alright. And next thing we got to do is... I'm going to go here to research. And we want to choose how we're going to set up the research. So the way the research works is that whoever's first in one of these three main researches will get to kind of like get the benefits or decide what they want to do next. Whoever contributes the most. We can then pick the next research that the entire world is focusing on. So we want to focus either on mission to space, Skywatch, consolidation advancements of aerospace surveillance system, or such as consider what the arrival means. Yes, so we gotta go here. Because we actually don't care. We don't need to talk to them. We just want to make them happy. So we are not alone. It's definitely what we want to focus on. And then we'll be able to pick the next sector that we want to focus on based on this. Here is also our own project. So right now we're doing audience research. We study new ways of influencing the public. And we could change this to commercial research, which will give you funding. Audience research will give you operations. Management research will give you a capacity, bonus to capacity to manage control points without paying an influence maintenance cost. And operations will give you operation points. So I think we're going to be focusing on this audience. But we're actually going to very soon get a different project to do based on the tutorial. So we'll just wait for that. Alright. Now next I do want to show you all of these things. So here you can see how we look in orbit. We don't actually have any like station yet. Actually, oh, there actually is already a station on Earth. Interesting. There's one over here. And then here we can jump to our council. So we want to look at their general stats. So we can see
15 seconds to CSMAC.
For example, here we can see persuasion. This is the ability to shape opinions of others of your own. This is important in support from Earth Nation. So this is for the control point. Investigation, that's like, you know, learning things about hidden. Espionage is pretty self-explanatory. Command represents the council's ability to organize and lead combat operations. Administration, I believe, affects how much money you get. So if she had good administration, you would get additional funding. This is, by the way, daily growth. So daily growth in funding and in operations. Science affect how she can give me extra science point, and security is ability to survive violence. And this is her loyalty. So the loyalty is quite important. We don't actually know her exact loyalty. This is just what it seems like. And you can send one counselor to another to sort of recheck their loyalty. This is so that we can figure out if they're going to betray us. And here you can see the actual monthly income from this particular person. So she is giving us 3.2 influence. If we had enough XP, we could do some augmentation, so we could increase a specific trait, or give her like a specific attribute, or give her a specific trait. She has traits of agitator, which is going to give me a monthly income of the influence, and it gives her +1 persuasion in nations where knowledge is 6 or less. I'm not sure what the other thing stands for. And she's a fanatic, which is amazing because her loyalty is super high. She's also a believer. Now Vass over here is good with government. So he gets grants to organizations that are not available to other councils. He's connected, so he giving me good monthly income, and he's ethical, so he's getting persuade nations where the corruption is low, presumably. And if we had enough like resources, we could buy him an organization market. So for example, we could buy him like a SEAL Team 6, and this can give him additional missions that he could play. He could do, like, for example, extra counselor and etc. Now, I need to wait till we get to 60. Let me just speed this up a bit. And I want to go to him. Yeah. So he's here. He's almost done. So soon we're gonna get our result over here. This result, oh, this result in 5 days. Okay. How is she doing?
Prepping for mission.
Yeah, she's prepping for mission. She's gonna be done in 6 days as well. We are probably not gonna have enough of these to be able to... Yeah, we're probably not gonna have enough to get another council, which is a little sad, but let's look at the stuff over here. Let's look at the information. So we're gonna get a control point, which is gonna give us some GDP and some monthly research. We could actually speed this up like way fast. There's not much for us to do now. We can see here like the priorities of, like, this is essentially where they're sending their money. So once we get enough control points, once we get both here, we can sort of affect where they send their money, and this will affect how much they give us. So for example, if we focus a lot of their stuff in science, they will give us more science point. They have one region here, Bratislava, the capital region. UN Security Council meets. The UN Security Council has met to discuss the alien arrival. Unfortunately, the hoped for show of international unity did not materialize, with China, Russia, and the United States accusing each other of hiding knowledge about the alien crash and preventing full access to the site. We had an opportunity to shape events to our advantage and even make our case directly to the nations of the world. However, with the eyes of the world on these meetings, our council risk of exposure to our enemy is high. I want to tell everyone. I want everyone to know about our cause. We need to deliver a manifesto to the world. The aliens are not here to hurt us. We are here to serve them. They have finally come for us. And we can show them that we care, that we love them. And they will show us the path to advancement that we have not seen before. You must trust the aliens. Alright, so now we've got enough stuff for another counselor, so let's go. I need someone who is good with persuasion. So, persuasion 8, look at this guy. Nobody else seems to be even close. So, Kafui here, a journalist, he has 5.4 influence is what I'm going to be getting per turn, which is great. Can he do control nation though? He has everything but no control nation. He can set national policy, increase support, but he can't actually... Okay, so what about you, Junfeng? Junfeng can control nation, and Junfeng gives me money. I mean, oh my god, he's so much better. So 6 persuasion, and he has 6 in administration, which is why we're getting some money. He is ethical, he's careless. He's an oligarch, which is what is giving me the monthly income, and he's a striver. His admin costs are 30% fewer. Okay, let's get him. Come on. And he has also good stuff in orbit. Did I recruit him yet? Oh, yes, confirm. Alright. So in the next, you can't send him to a mission now, but as soon as we get the next one, we're going to be able to send him off. Let's keep checking. So here you can see the relation between other countries. Thank you for bringing me on board. Yes. Oh, I need to rename him. Your name now is Rudy. To another one of my patrons. Okay. All right. So we don't have any fleets yet, so that's okay. How's our research going? Are we contributing the most? No. Because this is not how we look like. So let's put more of our stuff into this. I need to make sure that... To be fair, we don't have that many points yet. It's going to be more helpful once we get more points from Slovakia. And... yeah. Oh, by the way, here you can see they're very advanced in their education. So she's actually not getting a bonus from working here. We know that from her traits that she gets a bonus. They're pretty diverse. What was her stuff with diverse? I want to know if I should send her there again. She gets a persuasion bonus if they're Not diverse and not knowledgeable. Okay, so we actually really want her sent to countries because her persuasion can get an extra 3 there. This is below 6 and 4. Yeah, so she should go. So let's find the nation where she would be good at. 6 and 4. Okay, so for example, here Belgrade is already polarized, so that would be great for her. But they're too smart. Well, what about this then? 4.7 and 12.7. And this is low enough, and they only have 2. So we'll do Ivory Coast with her. That's what we'll do. Let me show her where she is. Need to go a little bit faster. We only got like 1 more day. Yeah, so we'll do Ivory Coast next. The growing realization that we are not the sole sapient species in the universe is causing many to see their fellow humans in a new light, leading to hopes that we can overcome our capacity for strife to address the alien arrival as one. See, the aliens are already helping us. Let us try to set aside our differences and go forward together. So one thing to keep in mind is that if a nation is very polarized, I think it's going to increase their strife. And the strife is essentially nations' unrest. And if the strife is low, you can do easily coups and things like that. But also because of our bonuses, I think it's worth the trying countries that... Also, like, our stats there is actually very good. Yeah, Ivory Coast for the win. We'll go there next. And we'll let our other guy probably try this one. Does he get a bonus? He gets a bonus if corruption is 3.5 or less. So how, wait, an oligarch, +1 persuasion in nations where, okay, so actually it sort of gets the bonus away, so it doesn't matter to him, because his persuasion is increased if the corruption is low. Can yeah, corruption is low, yeah, so he's gonna get +1 -1 because it's low corruption in Slovakia, so that's where he'll go next. At least we'll try to send him there next. Come on, game. I want to get to the next thing.
Recon complete.
I've learned some useful information from my investigation of the UFO crashed on site in China. We will receive a small bonus to our xenology research going forward. Okay. We have completed the journey to the air arrival objective. Unfortunately, the emissaries were long gone by the time our counselor arrived. We must be cautious. Others are active in the area and will certainly seek to track the emissaries for a purpose of their own. We cannot afford to lead them to their goal. Have you wondered why that spacecraft crashed as it did? I'm sure that the scientists and engineers poring over that wreck will come up with some mechanical explanations, but anything is strange that another species so much more than advanced than us, so much more experienced, should suffer such an inexplicable accident. We learned the secrets of flight only in the 20th century, yet our passenger craft are as close to perfectly safe as a new method of transport can be. The emissaries are far more skilled in space than we are in the air, so it could have brought down one of their ships. So we definitely want to do an alien signatures project, which I actually think we can do right now. Actually, we can only do, yeah, we can do alien signatures, so let's do it. I'm gonna put 2 points here because I think it's very important. We are 26%. Yeah, so we have actually contributed the most, so that's great. That's what we want. And we should be almost done.
We got our people in place.
Yeah. Control nation mission success. I've gained control of points for the servant in Slovakia. We now have 1 of 2 control points there. So I'm gonna send her there. No, I'm gonna send the other guy there, as we already said. Enemy counselor detected. Operatives with the servants have detected that someone in the Rome region of Italy is acting as a counselor for one of the other secret organizations that is formed to address the alien arrival. You may send one of our counselors to investigate and learn more about this person. I could send Vast there. Maybe we could turn them. Show them. Ooh. You may now recruit our faction's management teams. As we stand up servant operations, we're selecting so we can get lobbies and influencers. So we'll increase our influence. Scientists and engineers to increase our monthly research income. So that would give us +half a day. This would give us very low, +0.03 influence per day. Ops is super low, and the money. Let's do the influencers. I think that's the most important thing for us right now. Okay. So, it appears that we have some supporters in Turkmenistan, making it a good target for us to control. Alright, Zamkat needs to go to Ivory Coast. So, you try to control this nation. 97% chance because she has
Bringing them
those
to our side.
bonuses.
Ready.
Rudy. Let me, yeah, Rudy, could you do Slovakia one more time? 70 people. I'm gonna give you a little bit of influence to get it up to 87, because having that
Bringing
control
them on
point would be
board.
absolutely huge.
At your service.
Now, Vass, what are your... So I could investigate in Italy, but the problem is I don't know if it's worth my time. Simply because... Oh, he could do... Could we do 2 at once? I don't know if he's helping her or if he's doing it as a separate activity. If we're gonna get 2 at once. Yeah, he's just going on the first one, so that's not gonna help. So I think we might want to look at some of these and just pick one that would work well. So here we have 1 and 7. That's worse. 2 and 6. 7 and 20. Yeah, let's do Czech Republic. I'm also gonna give him a little bit of influence to make it better, so let's go.
Taking control.
And we're gonna be focusing here on you know, Czech Republic, Slovakia, and then down here in Ivory Coast with our girl who is so good at these things. All right, let's confirm assignments.
They are not life forms or xenosapiens. They are demons incarnate. They and the traitors who support them will face our judgment.
Now you will face our judgment. We will kill anyone who threatens the alien and anyone who thinks that they are better than them. We will cut you down into pieces. So we are definitely anti-humanity first, because we are all about being under the aliens and they're all about murdering them. And how dare you think that you're better than them? You don't know half the things that they know. They have no idea. Yeah, so these guys are absolutely our enemies because they want to eradicate them. We don't know much about anybody else.
Our supporters are in place.
Ooh, that was quick, girl. I just want her to repeat the mission. So why is the repeat the mission interesting? So that in the next sort of setup you don't have to worry about this anymore. So we're getting 7, well, we are going to be getting 7 science and 2.3, but it's monthly. And then we should be able to get our next point pretty easily, so that we can decide where we want to invest. But also do a direct investment with your funding and your influence to increase their welfare, economy, etc. And this will affect the different stats that they have over here.
We're taking over.
Alright, so now we took over Slovakia fully.
Wrapping up here.
Okay. So we're gonna here be able to submit, and so we should
Still
actually...
lack support.
You had 86% chance and you failed? Man, I'm so disappointed. Alright, so this is interesting though. We could pick an area where we want to focus. So this would allow us to increase our spoils in... Interesting. So for example, if I focus on, let's say, on being peaceful, means we give 33% into economy, 22 in welfare, knowledge, and 22 in spoils. It's kind of interesting because if you went just for the kleptocratic, you could potentially try to take away all of the, like, a lot of their funding, which would increase their funding presumably and mean that I could steal more of it. We're actually getting all of their funding. Like, they're getting funding from European Union and we're getting all of it. I have people who can set national policy, set a major policy for a targeted nation, such as initiating a war. You will select the policy when the mission resolved, requires executive control. Let's try to set a national policy here.
Time to make our move.
You try
Ready to
again with controlling the nation. I am gonna help you, but you better not fail me a
Establishing our
second
presence.
time. And our girl, she already
Ready.
got the thing here, so she got 97, so we're just gonna confirm. And this would allow us to take control. I am curious about what kind of national policies we're gonna set up here. Oh, I don't think we want to. I want to know what happens if we go into spoils and military. So the military represents the investment in internal security and military technology. It will lower unrest
Complete.
and increase miltech by. The impact on unrest is higher on nations below the current. Miltech will go up faster. A warning symbol will accompany the priority of unrest if it's increasing the nation to several wars. Okay, but first, I can declare war. On arrival, on any allies with armies or nuclear, I can seek peace. I can join the targeted nation of a federation. This is actually kind of useless because we don't have any of these that we could pick because we don't have like people to declare war with. Yeah, but that's okay. We tried it.
Things up.
Count Rudy has been spotted in Bratislava region, so they might try to like do things. Oh, but I actually think that we should end the episode here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, write down in the comments, and you can click on the right to watch some other games that you play on this channel. I'll see you there. Bye bye.